Do you know that I had to walk around town being pregnant, being talked about behind my back? Did you know I had to run throughout my whole entire pregnancy because they tried to kill my son? Do you know what I had to go through? Yes, I'm chosen, but life ain't sweet, y'all. It's not sweet. Hey everybody, welcome back to the House of Standards channel, a channel that encourages people to challenge themselves to higher standards in Christ. Yes, welcome back. And I want to say thank you for tuning in for episode 2. I am so happy because I am staying consistent on this journey that I'm on. This is my year of consistency. That's what I named it to be because that is an area in my life that I need to work on. So I am challenging myself to just stay consistent in everything that I am doing. And what I want to do is every week post a full-length video on YouTube and put it out there for you guys, post it up. And I told myself that I want to post it every Thursday. So unfortunately, this video went up on a Friday. So I want to apologize to all of you because I had made a statement. I made a video saying, stay tuned to my video. It's going to be live tomorrow. This was on a Wednesday for you guys to come and watch it on a Thursday. So I want to say I do apologize. I do have a reason though. I have an excuse. Not that I just didn't want to do it, but I had a whole video recorded. I taped it, edited it. I was chopping it up and I was just like, I don't like it. I don't like it because it was way too long. It was well over an hour long video and I kept chopping it up to make it shorter. And unfortunately, when you're chopping it up and you're trying to merge the video clips together, it's not seamless. So you will see a lot of edits. And I'm like, this is just, it's bad. It's terrible. And so I'm consulting with God and the Lord and we came up with an idea just to cancel it out and record another video, basically. So that's what I'm doing right now. And it's 10:38 p.m. So I don't think this video is going to go up before midnight to keep it in the Thursday night or evening. So unfortunately, it will be posted today, Friday, February the 9th. So I do, again, want to apologize to all of you. And I'm holding myself accountable. And I want to make sure it's known that I was late. So you don't have to tell me. I'm going to tell you myself and I'm going to tell y'all for myself that, yes, I was late. It happens, right? It happens. I'm a hard critic on myself. I just don't want to throw anything up for you guys to watch. Unfortunately, you're going to be like, oh, wait, hold up. You threw that crap up last week. And your video wasn't sharp. It wasn't clear. It was not. I just wanted to get it up. I had used my Canon Rebel T6i, right? And I used it knowing it was only on it. The max quality that it can go up to is 1080p. And that's not 4K at all. It's not even 2K. It was low resolution, and I do apologize. But I wanted to just get it out there because I have a camera, and I'm like, well, the camera is not a webcam. How can I convert my camera into a webcam? So I had to research and do all this other stuff to make it work, and I finally got it to work, and the quality sucked. So I'm on my phone right now until I buy me a actual camera for filming. So I'm using my iPhone 15. Sorry, iPhone 13. I was trying to get a 15 Pro, but whatever. I have an iPhone 13 Max, so I'm using that right now to record this video. And hopefully very soon, when I get my weight up, I will have me a whole nother camera so I can shoot with that one instead. But for now, this is going to work. It will work, right? So it's all good. It's all good in the hood. But I just wanted to go ahead and let you guys know I am sorry. So anyway, before we go ahead and get really started into this video, I need you guys to do me a huge favor. I need you to please like and subscribe to my channel. It will help me to know who I am serving, and it will show me your support, and I will greatly appreciate it. Okay, so please go ahead and hit that subscribe button below. All right, so I have a question for you all. because we're going to get into our topic. But my question to you is this. Do you think God asks us if he can use us? Or do you think God just uses us whenever he wants to? That's a great question to ask, because I know a lot of us, we want to be used in some type of way. We want to feel purposeful. We look up to these celebrities that we see on TV, playing sports, acting, whatever, people that are famous we look up to, and we will consider them to be chosen, right? We will say they are chosen because of their status, who they are, how many people know who they are, their money, they're famous. They can pretty much have whatever they want to have. They're making hundreds and millions of dollars, or making hundreds of thousands of dollars more than what we're making, right? They have an entourage of people walking around them, taking their photos, videotaping them. They have stylists, makeup artists, hairstylists. People fall at their feet. People are screaming their name. So in our mind, our worldly mind, we're like, they made it. They're chosen. They're chosen, right? And it's glamorous. It's something that some of us will seek, some of us envy, some of us want, some of us desire, some of us are trying to reach that status, right? And so it seems and it sounds and it looks fun, but do we really know what that lifestyle is like? Can you imagine yourself really being a celebrity? And when we think about it, if you really think about it, that's a lot of work to be almost perfect. To try to stay perfect, to please everybody. It's a lot of work, right? Because you're always under scrutiny anytime you do anything out of the norm for what we created for them to be in, some type of box. And as soon as they step outside the box, they are criticized like crazy. We are cutting them down. You got paparazzis that is driving next to you, lurking into your homes. There's no privacy. Everybody is calling your name. Everybody wants you. Everybody is labeling you this to be that or that to be this. Just critiquing you. You can't gain weight. If you gain weight, you gotta gain it in the right areas. If you get too skinny, it's a problem. You're anorexic. Can you imagine being a celebrity? Can you imagine being the chosen one? Can you imagine the lifestyle of Taylor Swift, Beyonce? Can you imagine it? It has to be hard. It has to be hard, right? And so when God uses us, we think that it's going to be easy when God uses us, when we are the chosen one as well through God, with God. But it's not easy for them as well. Whether the world chooses you or whether God chooses you, you have a lot to handle. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. So we will read these Bible stories of Noah and Abraham and Moses and Mary and David, and we will be like, oh my goodness, I want to be just like them, right? But we're not really looking at the whole scope of what they had to go through to be chosen. And to be honest with you, see, the one thing about the world is the world kind of asks you, do you want to be it? So you can seek it, you can go after it, you can be it because you want to be a celebrity, right? So you go to the audition. That's all you, baby. You go ahead and wear certain clothing to be seen. You will do certain things to be noticed. You're searching for it, but when God chooses people to answer the question, I believe it's the first one. God does not ask us to be chosen. Do we want to be chosen? He just chooses us. He chooses whoever he wants to choose. And it's not a question about whether you want to do it or not. You're going to do it. You're just going to do it, right? And so the world will kind of allow you to make that path for yourself. And there's people that will see you if you have great talent, and they'll, pose a question, and they'll, make you start thinking like, maybe I do want to sign on to be in the NBA. Maybe I want to be an actress. I never thought about me being a model, whatever. So the world will ask you, do you want to be? And then you say yes or no, right? But when God chooses people, he chooses you without you having a say. Because even on the flip side of being chosen, there are some sacrifices that you have to make, right? It's not always sweet on that side either. So the question is, do you really want to be chosen? Because to whom much is given, much is required, y'all. Do you really want to be chosen? So I was watching on YouTube a documentary about Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen. Now, back in my day, I'm an 80s baby. I was born 85, so all throughout the 90s was Ashley and Mary Kate Olsen for me. Those were my girls. Full House every Friday, TGIF. Come on, y'all. For those who know. To Grandma's house we go. All their little videos, all their movies, I was on board, okay? So their lives to me was so amazing. They were everywhere. They were on magazine covers. You turn on the TV, you seen them on Full House. They were on interviews. Every time I went to Blockbuster on Fridays, they had a new movie out. I'm like, yay! Oh my goodness. But coming to 2024 and I'm looking at this documentary, I didn't realize how hard they had to work when they were so young. They had long days, long hours, restless nights. In between shoots, they were doing homework. And then after homework, going back to doing a shoot. After the shoot, they got to go get dressed again to go do a photo shoot. After the photo shoot, they got to go to a late night with, whoever, Jalen, and sit there and have an interview. Their lives were so busy, they couldn't be normal kids. And I didn't realize that as a kid looking into their lives from the TV. I'm like, this is awesome. I want to be like that. I want to be on Nickelodeon. I want to be on Disney. I want to be on TJ. I want to be. Not knowing they're being worked like slaves, like adults. They didn't have a real life, a real childhood. And a lot of childhood actors, they say the same thing. They really regret not having a childhood. And then they would be asked, would you put your kids in this industry? They're like, no, no, I won't. It's a lot of work. But we don't know what happens behind closed doors. You look at all the greatest. Some of the greatest, they had to pay a sacrifice. They didn't even make it to 60 years old. They died. Died of drug addiction, alcoholism. They died of some type of overdose or car accident. Like, there was a price to be paid. To have all this fame, all this glory. Everybody knows your name. Sounds good, but behind closed doors, these people are really in pain. They're just trying to survive every day. They got to wake up to do it all over again and again and again. And because they have so many people riding on them to continue to be who they are, they can't just say, I'm going to take the day off today. I don't want to be Whitney Houston today. I don't want to be Michael Jackson today. They had to show up because God forbid they don't show up to their interviews. God forbid they don't, take this photo shoot today. They're going to be labeled all the negative names you can think of. Oh, she's a diva. She thinks she's too good. Or she's back on that coke again. Or they can't get a break. So do you want to be chosen? The world will trash your behind. Okay? But when God chooses you, you You're going to be going through some obstacles on God's side. Now, will God walk with you and be with you? Absolutely. Will God provide for you, give you protection? Absolutely. But nobody says it's a joyride to be chosen. Noah is like, yeah, okay, I was chosen. I'm Noah. He told me to build an ark, and I did. But what y'all see in the text is not everything I had to experience. You not know that I had to watch my friends and my other family members die? Do you not know that I was only told to take my immediate family, but everybody else I knew and loved, they had to die in the flood? Do you not know I had to watch that? I can only save myself and my family and these animals, nobody else. Abraham was like, yeah, I was chosen. I'm a father of many nations. I'm a father of all these children. Yeah, you're right. But do you know that I had to sacrifice my son? Almost had to sacrifice my son. I had to make it seem like I'm about to kill him. Do you not know what that did to our relationship? How my son looks at me today? Do you know what I had to go through? How much pain, how much it took inside of me to do that? Yeah, I was chosen, but do you know? For Moses, he's like, yo, yeah, I was chosen, but do you know that these people were hard-headed? They weren't just like 10 people I had to cross over, the Red Sea. These were thousands and thousands and thousands of people I was over. They didn't trust me all like that. They were complaining left and right. They wanted to go back, and God he just wanted me to keep going. I was tired. I was going crazy. These people had me losing my hair. Like, come on now. Yeah, I was chosen, but do you not know what I had to go through? Let's talk about Mary. Mary was chosen to birth Jesus, right? And she's like, yeah, I was chosen to bring the one and only king on this earth. But guess what? Do you know that I had to walk around town being pregnant, being talked about behind my back? Did you know I had to run throughout my whole entire pregnancy because they tried to kill my son? Do you know what I had to go through? Yes, I'm chosen, but life ain't sweet, y'all. It's not sweet. But everybody want to be seen. Everybody want to be chosen. Everybody want their name to be called. Everybody wants to be famous. But do you know what comes with all of that? Are you sure that's what you want? And I'm not here to discourage you to not want those things. I'm not here to discourage you from God using you. But I need you to have a full understanding that when you are being used, you have to sacrifice something. Whether it's your time, your energy, your peace of mind, something got to give. Because either you're going to serve the world and please the world and all the people in the world because you want to be famous for the world, or you're going to please God. And when he gives you an assignment, that assignment has to be fulfilled. He's not going to give you an assignment and then you just quit. Like, no, it has to be fulfilled. So you're sacrificing yourself to get this done for God. Okay? Now, again, God doesn't ask us. He just tells us. And we're going to go back and talk about all these people, Noah, Abraham, Moses, and Mary. We're going to be real quick about it too, okay? Let's go ahead to Genesis chapter 6, verses 8 through 9. I'm gonna show you that he doesn't ask. He just tells. And that's fine. God is God. He can do that. You know what I mean? I created you. I'm going to tell you what I need you to do, okay? All right, we're going to jump around a lot, okay? But right now we're in the book of Genesis chapter 6. So just bear with me. I'm just going to call out the verses and then you just follow along. Verse 8. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. This is the genealogy of Noah. Noah was a just man, perfect in his generations. Noah walked with God. Verse 13. And God said to Noah, verse 14, make yourself an ark of gopher wood, make rooms in the ark and cover it inside and outside with pitch. Verse 17, and behold, And behold, I myself am bringing flood waters on the earth to destroy from under heaven all flesh, in which is the breath of life. Everything that is on the earth shall die. But I will establish my covenant with you, and you shall go into the ark, you, your sons, your wife, and your sons' wives with you. And of every living thing of all flesh you shall bring 2 of every sort into the ark, to keep them alive with you. They shall be male and female. Verse 22, thus Noah did, according to all that God commanded him, so he did. Did he ask him? Nah, he told him. And Noah said, okay. And he did just that. Now, how old was Noah? Noah was 600 years old when the flood waters were on the earth. That's chapter 7, verse 6. He was how old? 600 years old. Did he ask him? No, he told him. And again, we don't know the full story as far as who else he left behind. He was only told to bring those particular people, which was his immediate family. We don't know if he had cousins, uncles, his mom and his daddy. We don't know. But let's just say he did. He had to watch all of them die. Let's just say he did. Is that easy? Is that easy? No, it's not. Let's go to Abraham. Let's see if God asked Abraham. All right. We're going to go to Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 through 4. Let's read. Now the Lord had said to Abram, get out of your country, from your family, and from your father's house, to a land that I will show you. I will make you a great nation. I will bless you and make your name great, and you shall be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and I will curse him who curses you, and in you all the families of the earth shall be blessed. So Abram departed as the Lord had spoken to him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed from Haran. Did he ask Abraham? No, he did not ask. He told him. And Abraham said, okay. Are y'all following me? God is not asking anybody. He is telling. He is telling. He is telling. Now we're going to move over to Moses chapter 3. Now we're really going to skip around in this book, in this text, okay? Chapter 3, we're going to start with verse 7. And again, I'm just going to call out the verse numbers, all right? Now Moses was a little different. He had some questions to ask back. Now he wasn't just, okay, God, sure. He was a little insecure in some areas. And so he wanted to make sure, like, are you sure you want me? Because, okay. All right. So verse 7. And the Lord said, I have surely seen the oppression of my people who are in Egypt, and have heard their cry because of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. So I have come down to deliver them out of the hand of the Egyptians, and to bring them up from that land to a good and large land, to a land flowing with milk and honey, to the place of the Canaanites and the Hittites and the Amorites and the Perizzites and the Hivites and the Jebusites. Verse 10, now come, therefore, and I will send you to Pharaoh, that you may bring my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. Now, he told them what to do. This is what you're going to do. But Moses said, hold up. But Moses said to God, who am I that I should go to Pharaoh, and that I should bring the children of Israel out of Egypt? First of all, I don't know why I said I like that, like he's just some proper guy. Who am I? But anyway, so he said, he said, I will certainly be with you, and this shall be a sign to you that I have sent you. When you have brought the people out of Egypt, you shall serve God on this mountain. Then Moses said to God, indeed, when I come to the children of Israel and say to them, the God of your fathers has sent me to you, and they say to me, what is his name? What shall I say to them? And God said to Moses, I am who I am. And he said, thus you shall say to the children of Israel, I am, has sent me to you. Chapter 4, verse 1. Then Moses answered and said, but suppose they will not believe me or listen to my voice. Suppose they say, the Lord has not appeared to you. Verse 10. Then Moses said to the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither before nor since you have spoken to your servants, but I am slow of speech and slow of tongue. Verse 12. Now therefore go, and I will be with you. I will be with your mouth and teach you what you shall say. But he said, Oh, my Lord, please send by the hand of whomever else you may send. So the anger of the Lord was kindled against Moses, and he said, Is not Aaron the Levite your brother? I know that he can speak well. Verse 15, now you shall speak to him and put the words in his mouth, and I will be with your mouth and with his mouth, and I will teach you what you shall do. So he shall be your spokesman to the people, and he himself shall be as a mouth for you, and you shall be to him as God. All right, so we're going to stop right there with Moses because it's a lot of text we want to go over real quick. So first of all, God did not ask him. He told him, this is what I need you to do. He told him why, because I heard the Israelites in their oppression, and I'm gonna save them basically. Now Moses, even though he had a lot of questions and a lot of insecurities, did God care? No, not at all. God did not care. He did not, but he did reason with him. He gave him a spokesman. He gave him a little helper, his brother Aaron. But at the end of the day, Moses was still on that assignment. He was not asked. He was told. Okay? And so, again, there's obstacles that the chosen people have to go through. And so his obstacles first was that Pharaoh wasn't listening to him. He kept going back and back and back, and Pharaoh was not having it. That's frustrating. Now, God, you done told me that you wanted me to go back to Egypt to save these people. And every time I go back, the door keeps getting slammed on me. Now, what is going on? I didn't want to do this in the first place. Right? That's how he feels. I didn't want to do this in the first place. But God's like, nope, keep going back. And when you go back, do it this way. Say this. This was going to happen. This plague is going to, So, I mean, it's exhausting. He was tired. I'm sure he was tired. But he was chosen, right? Everybody want to be chosen. The issue with being chosen, you don't know what your assignment is going to be. You don't know what your assignment is going to be. All right, let's quickly go over to Luke chapter 1. We're going to talk about Mary real quick, okay? That she wasn't asked either. It's all lovely. When people have these babies and stuff, it's all beautiful. Oh my gosh, Mary, you birthed Jesus. I did, but do you not know all the hell that came with it? It was not that sweet, okay? So stop talking to me. Like, get up out my face. Like, you don't understand what I had to go through, y'all. Yes, God chose me, but it was not fun. It was not a fun journey, okay? But at the end, it was victorious. For Abraham, at the end, it was victorious. At the end of Noah, it was victorious, right? What they have to go through to get to the end to be victorious is a lot of work. But anyway, Mary, let's go to Mary, Luke chapter 1. Let's start in verses 26 to 28 and let's move on, okay? So verse 26. Now in the 6th month, the angel Gabriel was sent by God to a city of Galilee named Nazareth, to a virgin betrothed to a man whose name was Joseph of the house of David. The virgin's name was Mary. And having come in, the angel said to her, Rejoice, highly favored one. The Lord is with you. Blessed are you among women. Jump down to 30. Then the angel said to her, Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God. And behold, you will conceive in your womb and bring forth a son, and his name shall call his name Jesus. He will be great and will be called the Son of the Highest. And the Lord God will give him the throne of his father David. And he will reign over the house of Jacob forever, and of his kingdom there will be no end. Then Mary said to the angel, How can this be, since I do not know a man? And the angel answered and said to her, The Holy Spirit will come upon you, and the power of the highest will overshadow you. Therefore, also the Holy One who is to be born will be called the Son of God. Was she asked? No. She was told. She was told. She was told, y'all. So the point I'm making is when God wants to use you, he will use you when he wants to, if he wants to. Okay? God will use you and he will not ask you. Sometimes we can be used and we don't even know we're being used. That's why you need to be connected with the Spirit of God. That's why you need to be. Because what I'm seeing in these examples here, the Lord spoke or an angel came and spoke. Okay? So you would be, you would know how, I think you would know when God used you. So I will retract what I just said. You might be using, you don't even know. I take that back. I think you would know. Because God is very clear about making sure you know it's him. Now, for each person is different, clearly, because Mary, it was Gabriel, and for the others, it was the Lord spoke. So I don't know how he will speak to you if you are the chosen one. I'm not quite sure. But I think you will know when the Lord is calling you to do something. Now, the question is, my next question to you is, if you are called, what will you do? Write that in the comments. What will you do if you are called by God? Do you even have a choice? Because if we can remember correctly, God had asked Jonah to do something, right? He asked Jonah to go relay a message for him. And what did Jonah do? He tried to run from God. First of all, how you going to run from God? He can see everything. That would make no sense. But he tried to run from God. And what happened to Mr. Jonah? Jonah got swallowed up by a whale. He sure did. God did spare his life. But he had to go through a major consequence before he was saved. He was in the belly of a whale for 3 days and 3 nights. Come on now. Because he wanted to what? Run away from God's assignment that he had for him. So we could try to run. It won't be pretty. But at the end of the day, in that story, Jonah did what God wanted him to do initially. So he still did it. You can run all you want to, baby. But you're going to do what God has called you to do, okay? That's all I got to say. So God doesn't ask us. He just tells us, all right? Now, we need to really evaluate ourselves and be like, Lord, am I even ready? If you ask me to do something, am I ready? And let me tell you something on that note. Who cares? Who cares? None of these people that I've mentioned was ready. They weren't ready. Mary would probably have preferred to be married, to be in a better situation. I'm sure she just didn't want to have no baby out of wedlock. No, she wasn't ready. Moses was chilling with his family. And then he saw a burning bush, and then he goes over, and next thing he knows, he's being told to go back to Egypt. He wasn't ready. He didn't want to do it. Nobody is ready. When God calls you, you're not ready. You don't have to be, because he's going to prep you. He's going to prepare you to do exactly what he needs you to do. He just needs your willingness. That's it. That's it. But overall, I just wanted to touch base on being chosen, because it's not all cracked up. It's not all what it's cracked up to be, y'all. Even doing it the world's way, being chosen by the world, or you being, that's a lot that you have to handle on this end. Being chosen by God is a lot to be handled on this end. And I'm not saying that you should not want to be chosen. I'm not saying to be chosen, to have a desire to be chosen. I'm just letting you know that it's bigger than what you see. It's bigger than what you see. Even reading in the Bible, the stories is only a small snippet of what really happened for these people. And it's encouraging. It's beautiful, but it's not the full story. We don't really know what they were feeling, experiencing, and having to go through. We don't know. Okay, so before you sit here and want to be chosen and want to be seen and want to be used, think about what you might be sacrificing. But when God calls you, you're going to have to do it, y'all. You will. I hope you guys got something out of this message. I hope you guys understand that when God chooses you, he's going to choose you. There is no resume that you need to submit. There's no application that you need to fill out. You don't need to raise your hand and say, God, choose me, pick me, pick me. He's going to pick those he feels like will handle it, those he favored, those who he has grace for, you know. So he's going to pick those he wants to pick. All right. So anyway, I'm going to close out because I really don't want to hold you guys any longer. I think the time is pretty fair. It's 37 minutes and 35 seconds. So I'm going to go ahead and close out. Like I had mentioned before, please like and subscribe to my channel. It will help me to know who I am serving. And it will show a lot of support, and it will help me to stay consistent with these videos because I know somebody is going to just bring encouragement to me. I'm going to do it regardless, but it's just going to bring me some encouragement. So those who like to leave comments, leave a comment. Tell me your thoughts about this video. Answer the questions. Do you think God asks us if he can use us, or do you think that he just does? What would you do if God chose you? You know, what are your thoughts, your feelings? Are you seeking to be chosen? Those are the questions I want you guys to answer. So please comment below. I would love to read them. And I would, comment back so we can have a great conversation. I would love it. If there's any video topics that you want me to talk about, please hit me up again through the comments and let me do some research and dive into it, and so we can make it into another video. All right. Well, I love you guys. Keep it locked right here on House of Standards. Ring that like, click on that bell in the corner somewhere on YouTube so that you can hear every time I post a new video or any type of content up. And I will see you again next week. All right. Love y'all. Take care.